Okay, so I'm recording this video right now. What I have to do, let's see. Okay, so this is about critical factor or critical faculty, either one. Let's see, I have to choose one or the other. It's most commonly known as critical factor. In my course, it was called critical faculty, so that's what I'm going to refer to it as. So, critical faculty. Okay. The critical, wait. Oh, that's where the hypnosis was suppressing my memory again. There we go. Great, great, great. So I got it on camera. Maybe I'm going to go on Facebook Live and expose it. I might. I might just go on Facebook. Okay. Let me see. I really might just go on Facebook. I'll have to see. I'll see. I'll see. I'm getting really sick of this already. It already repressed my memory once. So critical faculty or critical factor, either one. I'm going to call it the concept of critical, or there's a concept in hypnosis. And then I'm looking at here what it is: information rejection and acceptance, beliefs in reality. Very simple. So I'm going to go ahead and that's interesting. So this is page 1 and page 2 of it. Okay, in hypnosis there's an information processing mechanism, or system even. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. So I have to set timers because the hypnosis is abusing me so much that I mean, like, if there's any way possible to abuse a person, they did it to me. Like, they did everything possible. That's what the video is for, right? To have evidence of that. Because, not only did they inhibit my ability to speak, right? They also inhibited my ability to write. Not only did they inhibit my ability to write, they repressed my memory and inhibited my ability to articulate and repressed my memory for a for a specified period of time, just to intentionally consume excessive amounts of time that are unreasonable. Let me see. Okay, so what I'm talking about, what it says here. Sorry about that. Not what I'm talking about. This is all my handwriting, by the way. Actually, I recorded all this, and it's all on YouTube, anyways. But it's just not organized, so that's all I have to do. The critical factor or critical faculty is an important concept in hypnosis and is responsible for processing information validity before acceptance into the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is incapable of processing, analyzing, or interpreting information. The critical factor is commonly described as a firewall, as a filter, a firewall, or a barrier in between the conscious and unconscious mind that is responsible for processing, questioning, interpreting, and analyzing information in order to determine if the information should be accepted or rejected as true or false in order to develop an accurate understanding of reality. That's before it reaches the unconscious mind, by the way. Post-hypnotic suggestion, command instruction, somnambulism, looks like sleepwalking, deep trance. Ow, my back. Critical factor, critical faculty. That's right, okay. So I already wrote down about somnambulism, how to define that, and post-hypnotic suggestion. Very easy. That's on actually just the other piece of paper on the other side. But, oh, yep. I already have demystifying hypnosis down, which is great. Okay. So that's part one. Part two. Whoa. This one's written very neatly, too. The critical factor is not a tangible part of the brain, but it is a very real concept, such as time or the conscious mind and unconscious mind. Hypnosis will bypass the critical factor in a variety of ways so that suggestions will be directly accepted by the unconscious mind without being questioned or analyzed. Common methods for this include confusion, distraction, overwhelming processing capability, and shock. In Ericksonian hypnosis and subliminal messaging, the critical factor is often bypassed by distracting and consuming conscious attention to an overwhelming extent that no conscious attention is drawn to the subliminal messages that are involuntarily accepted by the unconscious mind because the ability to process and or question the information is bypassed. The second method is seen in direct hypnosis and stage hypnosis and uses shock to stimulate the reorientation response in the brain, which is a survival mechanism used to rapidly adjust to a situation in an emergency and stimulates. And then that's where this would be like a rapid or a fast acting brain pathway. A fast acting pathway in the brain. And that's also, it's called a PGO spike, and that's why they call it a PGO spike, because it's that fast. It kind of resembles like a spike in the activity. You know, it's just that little tiny spike. Called a PGO spike. All right, so anyways, okay. So that covers the Ericksonian hypnosis and the direct hypnosis. It's been 9 minutes already. All right, so anyways, let's see. I think most of this is actually pretty well taken care of. I know that I elaborated a little bit extra on this side here, what PGO spike is. I also even have more information on it right here. Oh, this is also on critical factor. Let me see. That's one example. It's different than what I was referencing actually, and then this one is wrong one. There we go. And this one elaborates on the reorientation response more. Reorientation response gathers and collects current cumulative sensory stimuli to rapidly reassess the situation for danger in case of emergency. During the reorientation response, processing capabilities are limited, which can result in automatic or immediate acceptance of the suggestion to sleep. Similar to the automatic acceptance of sensory stimuli, conscious mind has the conscious mind has immense comprehension capabilities, and unconscious mind and the unconscious mind is limited and accepts information automatically, like sensory stimuli and input, relatively. Let's see. This is about the direct method of hypnosis. This is the hypnosis also abusing me, by the way, because it's trying to inhibit me while I'm trying to talk here, and then I'm feeling pain because I'm resisting that and I'm pointing it out because it's slowing me down. And then I'm also hypnotized to feel strain doing it too. So if you couldn't notice that, ow, that's what that is. Ow. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and write now. The critical factor or critical faculty is an important concept in hypnosis and is responsible. Because I do have to clarify that one thing. What I'm going to call it, I think. Well, I mean, first of all, it's, sorry, this is, like, irritating me because I'm just trying to, like, get a quick sentence out to describe that. Like, in hypnosis, there is a concept called the critical factor or critical faculty. It is most commonly known as the critical factor, and although in my course it was taught as the critical faculty, so that's what I'm going to be referring to it as. There we go. In hypnosis, there is a concept, is an important concept, so I mean this is relatively actually it's not extremely complicated information necessarily, but it is it can take a little bit to wrap your mind around the concept of it and to fully understand it. I remember just based off like the terminologies and everything when I learned about it, I mean I understood the concept relatively well. It's just the articulation of it was a little bit you know difficult, right? I felt like it could have been explained a little bit better, so I hope I do a good job articulating this. There's an important concept known as the critical factor or critical faculty. So anyways, I'm going to be uploading this video too. Because, yeah, I'm being abused with hypnosis, so I might as well, right? Critical factor or critical faculty. Huh. In hypnosis, there is an important concept known as the critical factor or critical faculty. It's most commonly known as the let me see. What I wanted to say, it means the exact same thing. The exact same thing. and is most commonly referred to as the critical factor. Because the hypnosis is really inhibiting my ability to write right now. Since I resisted that and I said it anyways and I started writing faster, then, not because I was writing faster though, the speed of my writing does not influence the, and I can't articulate either at all because of the hypnosis. Doesn't affect the neatness or legibility of my handwriting. There. Same thing, and is most commonly, there we go. And also, I just want to point out, since the hypnosis made me write the wrong word because the hypnosis is just being used to abuse me so much, and is most commonly known as the critical factor. Although, in my hypnosis course, it is referred to as the critical faculty. This is where the hypnosis is inhibiting me a lot. And that is what I'm going to be, that is what I'm going to be referring to it as during these videos. Okay, there we go. Done. Ow. Okay, so the critical faculty is an important concept in hypnosis. Okay, or I can say the concept of the critical the critical faculty. There we go. All right. The critical. This is where the hypnosis is really abusing me the most. Faculty. While I'm writing specifically, just because it slows down my writing ability, and then it makes me feel strained if I try to say it out loud. So the critical faculty is responsible for information processing, or for processing information, for processing, sorry about this, the hypnosis is extremely abusive. I mean, this is extremely abusive. These people are horrible. And for processing I'm being abused so much for processing information validity. That's why they did that. So they hypnotized me to want to talk about how horrible people they are, just so I wouldn't talk about how they're abusing me. If I talked about how horrible people they are and how sick and disgusting and despicable or pathetic they are, then I wouldn't talk about how they're abusing me as much. That's what they did to me. For processing information validity before acceptance into the unconscious mind. They're really abusing me a lot. And that's what I mean is like, they keep doing this to me. And I even had to erase, After I had to rewrite, I had to erase, and then I can't even talk right now. I can't even describe it. The letter C in acceptance, the second C. I had to erase it and rewrite it because of the hypnosis. Like, yeah, basically. I mean, you kind of saw it, right? Ow, it's painful for me to do this into the unconscious mind. And that's why they're doing that. So when I try to that's why they're doing that. That's why they're doing that. So when I try to basically like they're using this as a form of punishment, right? That's what I found out. Just barely. So and that's why they do that, right? I was gonna describe it. I'm gonna describe it. I'm gonna describe it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna describe it. I'm gonna describe it. I'm gonna describe it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna describe it. I don't care. 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 Oh, that's right. They're punishing me because whenever I point out how I'm being abused, they try to punish me to deter that behavior. I'm actually going to write that down on an entirely different sheet of paper because that's a very specific example and it's a good one to have. Hypnosis abuse example. There we go. Oh, that's why they make it strenuous. They used operant conditioning through negative reinforcement and punishment. That's why I am also experiencing not just so much strain, but since I'm pointing it out, that's when my handwriting starts to slow down and my hand starts to like freeze up. Through negative reinforcement and punishment, there we go. And punishment because by hypnotizing me, to feel strain and difficulty because that requires extra effort, right, in order to basically making it extremely difficult to do when something's not difficult to do. Feel strain and feel extreme strain and difficulty doing things that are not difficult to do if it involved exposing them. To feel extreme strain and difficulty doing or completing tasks that are ordinarily not difficult to do, like talking, that are ordinarily not difficult to do, like talking about being abused, like talking about being abused, this was not only just to deter me, but it was also to make me feel like it was hard to do and difficult. I mean, they also did it to try to make me like, sorry, the hypnosis is like making it very difficult to say this, right? That are ordinarily not difficult to do, like talking about being abused. Oh, there we go. Especially with hypnosis. I mean, they did that for a variety of different reasons, though, but basically, to try to cover up the other post-hypnotic suggestions, to conceal other post-hypnotic suggestions. This is where I'm having so much difficulty with it. Like, seriously. Anyways, so like, to conceal other post-hypnotic suggestions and deter behavior and what? Basically so they could abuse me. Well, I mean, that's concealing, other post-hypnotic suggestions from other people. Deterring behavior. Oh, that's right, that's right. And so that I didn't enjoy. There we go. Enjoy. Incriminating my abusers. Anyways, that's done. There's some evidence.